between Prince of Songkla University in Thailand and the National Space Science Center from the People's Republic of China. It is now a good time to begin our ceremony. First of all, I would like to introduce the Phuket Governor, Nisit Jamsongwon, Professor Worawut Wisut Methamgun, Vice President for Student Development and Alumni Affairs, Professor Puwadong Budrat, Vice President for Phuket Campus, Professor Chinawat Surasawadi, the Director of Interdisciplinary Graduate School of Earth System Science and Andaman Natural Disaster Management, or ASEAN. And it is our great pleasure to have Professor Ji-Wu Ji Jiao, the Director of National Space Science Center, or NSSC, Professor Hao Liu Hao Jiao, the Principal Engineer of Geostationary Interferometric Microwave Sounder, GIMS. I would like to invite the Phuket Governor, Nisit Jamsongwon, to share some welcome messages and congratulate this MoU signing ceremony.
It is an honor to be here for this occasion of the signing of the Memorandum of Understanding MoU between Prince of Songkla University in Thailand and National Space Science Center from the People's Republic of China. On behalf of the Phuket province, I would like to express my warmest welcome to the Professor Ji, Director General of the National Space Science Center, and Professor Hao Liu, the Principal Engineer of the Geostationary Interferometrics Microwave Sounder. It is very precious that the two organizations can establish an international partnership to promote academics and research development in space science and technology, which will advance Earth observation and national disaster monitoring, warning, and forecasting. The partnership will be benefit both organizations, our nation, and the world. I would like to deliver my great congratulations to the partnership and network between National Space Science Center and Prince of Songkla University, and I would like to express my sincere gratitude to everyone whose dedication and effort have contributed to finalization of this MoU. In this year, Thailand and China had a time to the 40th relationship anniversary between both countries. I would like to get this activity to be the ones of the 40 of relationship between China and Thailand. Finally, I am very confident that through effort and partnership of the two organizations, we will be able to advance both space science and technology, help solve the world environmental and natural disaster problem, and strengthen to the long relationship and friendship between our countries. Thank you. Thank you for cooperation and partnership between two organizations. Thank you.
Thank you, Governor. Next, I would like to invite the Vice President, Professor Worawut Wisut Methamgun, to present research and academic activities of Prince of Songkla University.
The Honorable Phuket Governor, Nisit Jamsongwon, the Director of National Space Science Center, Professor Ji-Wu, the Principal Engineer of the Geostationary Interferometric Microwave Sounder, Professor Hao Liu, family of Prince of Songkla University members, and the Director of ASEAN, distinguished guests, ladies and gentlemen. First of all, on behalf of Prince of Songkla University, I would like to extend my warmest welcome to all who attend this Memorandum of Understanding signing ceremony between Prince of Songkla University in Thailand and the National Space Science Center from the People's Republic of China. Global change has occurred rapidly and is projected to accelerate through the 21st century. Natural resources and environment in most parts of the world tend to degrade quickly from human uses. Natural disasters become more intense and occur more often globally, leading to invaluable economic, environmental, and social losses. Space science and technology enable us to effectively observe our Earth. Satellite remote sensing technology can provide frequent observations of parameters related to the Earth system and natural disasters over large areas at a relatively inexpensive cost. The observations are extremely useful for environmental and natural disaster management. Prince of Songkla University is very pleased to formally establish partnership with the National Space Science Center, which is the main organization responsible for the development of space science and technology of the People's Republic of China. I believe that our partnership will mutually benefit the two organizations and our both nations. And this will strongly advance space science and technology. Prince of Songkla University is a public university established in 1967. It is the first university in southern Thailand and is one of the 9 national research-oriented universities. Prince of Songkla University is one of the top 5 universities in Thailand. We now have 5 campuses offering various academic programs consistent with social and economic needs. At this moment, I would like to present a video presentation that will provide more information about Prince of Songkla University. So, please, ladies and gentlemen, watch the video.
Prince of Songkla University, the only research university in southern Thailand and one of 9 research universities in Thailand at present. Much has been the outcome of continuous development throughout the 45 years since its foundation as the first university in southern Thailand, towards the status as one of the top 5 universities of the country. And with a clear vision in moving towards becoming a fully fledged national research university as one of the world-class universities by the year 2022. With its 5 campuses located across southern Thailand, rich in distinct ecosystems and in social, cultural, economic and local wisdom resources. Prince of Songkla University conducts the teaching and learning along with the research in harmony with the regional context in order to develop the quality of life, society and the environment, both for the people of the South and for Thailand as a country with standards and acceptance at the global level. Overall, Prince of Songkla University is determined to search for knowledge to solve the four aspects of world crisis, namely global warming crisis, energy and environmental crisis, food crisis, and conflict and violence crisis. Prince of Songkla University has set the strategy of excellence in research works in order to be the knowledge hub of the country in 11 aspects, mainly natural rubber, oil palm and biodiesel, food, Songkla Lake Basin, marine and coastal resources, tourism, logistics, southern border provinces, disaster management, health science, and ASEAN Economic Community. By supporting the creation of diverse networks of researchers. At present, Prince of Songkla University has supported research groups to set up 7 research institutes, namely the Institute of Research and Development for Health of Southern Thailand, the Health System Management Institute, the Marine and Coastal Resources Institute, the Institute for Peace Studies, the Halal Institute, the PSU Natural Rubber Innovative Research Institute, and the PSU Energy Research Institute. All these are founded on a system and mechanism that support research in every field of study. They are such as research funds, supporting system for the propagation of research works, and inventory system for research works, including the mechanism to support the implementation of research works for concrete users, to boost innovations, to promote research in the private sector, and to serve as a linkage in bringing knowledge to local communities. The modern PSU Scientific Equipment Center, the highly efficient IT infrastructure, amid a rich green area which is not only relaxing but also convenient, modern and safe. All these favourable factors enable Prince of Songkla University to promote researchers in various disciplines to create prominent works continuously and to win recognition both at national and international levels, with numerous innovations to increase efficiency in treating patients, promotion of wellness and safety, prevention and solving of problems from disasters, and creating new options in energy to bring about happiness, smiles, and good quality of life to the Thai society and the worldwide community. Thus becoming the royal instruction of His Royal Highness Prince Mahidol Adunyadet, Prince of Songkla, that let consideration of personal gain take second place to the overall benefit of mankind, which is the soul of all members of the Prince of Songkla University today.
Space Science Center for our partnership and the Phuket Governor and all distinguished guests for attending this event. I look forward to seeing a strong growing relationship between our both organizations and achievements of our partnership. Thank you.
The Director of National Space Science Center, Professor Wu Ji, to present space science and the research activities of NSSC.
It's our pleasure to be here. This is the second time for me to be in Thailand, but first time in Phuket. And I arrived late evening, so everything is still dark. In the morning, I saw beautiful ocean and beautiful mountains, very nice place. So the purpose of our visit is, as you have already known, we will sign a memorandum of understanding with the university on our future collaborations. We have already started some activities with your faculty, Dr. Shinawat Surasambati. We had relation with him even before he returned from US. So this relation is long, more than 8 years. And after he returned to this university, our relation is continued, and the study is aiming at weather change, global change, and the weather forecast using advanced instrument on satellite. So this is a very useful area, both for China and for Thailand. And we are both large countries, and we are affected by the extreme weather. Particularly recently, a lot of typhoon, heavy rains, tsunami, a lot of disasters. So those things has to be understood from science point of view, and also using new technology to detect them, measure them, and to make a forecast. So this is give us a very good common field to work together and to study together. We are, both of us, we come from a center, it's called the National Space Center. This center is one of the major research institutes under Chinese Academy of Sciences. Chinese Academy of Sciences is the largest and the top-level research body in China, with 100 research institutes affiliated to this academy. If you look at US, it's different. The US Academy of Sciences, National Academy of Sciences, doesn't have any research institute. But if you look at the Russian, we have the same type of research institute, and the Russian and the Chinese Academy of Sciences, just like the institute and the Russian Academy of Sciences. And we are mainly focused on space science, making payload and making research. And recently we are conducting several new space science satellite programs. So my talk will concentrate on this part and give you a general view of what we are doing now. Before I come to our current missions, I will go very briefly to some of the histories of China. And this is a little bit funny. We have a space science, space research many years ago, even before the crisis. But this is not real research, it's only observation of the skies. At that time, the emperor in China sending a lot of people watch the sky. So, and making record of what happened during the night. So China is the earliest country to record solar eclipse and also new stars. For example, in Song Dynasty, which is 1054 AD, we have discovered a new star and recorded what happened. Even during the daytime, you can see this star for 27 days, and then it disappears. And now you can only see it with a big telescope, like Hubble telescope, which is a mission sent by the US. And this star is called Crab Nebula. Now it's called Crab Nebula. And it is a standard or a measurement unit of X-ray astronomy. But in 1,000 years ago, China has discovered this new star was born. And after 1,000 years, you can only see it with telescope. And we have also made a lot of observation on comet. And probably you have heard that one of the ESA mission, European Space Agency mission, just encountered with a comet and sent a lander, landed on the comet. And in 1970, in the south city of Changsha of China, we have unearthed an ancient tomb. This tomb is 2,000 years ago, and in the tomb you found a lot of bamboo cutting on the bamboos, which shows 28 different type of conch tails. You see the figure in the screen. And also we have found something very strange. In the history, there's a pattern. You see the sunbeam is rotating, not straight lines, but rotating. And this is a little bit similar like what we can observe right now, because the sun explorer sending out a lot of materials. And those materials, when they are going out of the sun, they are rotating because the sun has a magnetic field, lines are rotating. So all these are very interesting. And I go very fast about that. And in the modern time, the first satellite has been launched by China is in 1970, which is 13 years later than the first mankind satellite was launched in space by Russia. At that time, it was Soviet Union. And this mission was contribution by 3 major Chinese contributors, Professor Qian, Professor Zhou, and Professor Sun. And the one in the middle is the founder of our institute. Now it's called National Space Science Center. He was the one to took in charge of the first Chinese satellite. And after that, we have some piggyback opportunities to put science instrument on board of Chinese application satellite. And we have also some experiment opportunities on board of Chinese manned space missions. We call it Shenzhou, from Shenzhou 1 to Shenzhou 8. There are some scientific experiments or instruments on board of Chinese manned space missions. But this we can call it a piggyback, which is we take chance to find the opportunity and to launch our instrument. And the real missions are coming from one line is the lunar exploration. We had 3 missions sent to the moon, and the last one is a lander with a rover. And we have our center has developed the instrument on board of the lunar lander and rover. And a real science satellite mission is called Double Star program. This Double Star program has 2 spacecraft and in an elliptical orbit and making measurement of the geospace, because around the Earth there's a lot of particles. They are moving around according to the geospace magnetic field. And when the magnetic field changes, the particle also changes. And after this, we have to study what we are going to do. This is what we are doing now, currently. First of all, we are sending to the government, telling them we are studying 2 major things. One is about the universe and life. And the second is the relationship between the sun and our human beings. And under these 2 things, we have subtopics, scientific questions. And for example, how did life originate? And how does it evolve? And we could also asking what is the relation between the sun and our Earth, and how our Earth system is evolve. For example, we are talking about the weather, we are talking about the typhoon, and how this typhoon is started, and how they are moving, and all these things are the relations between the solar system and our human beings. So with these goals, we have got a major project from the central government, and this project started from 2011. And we have main goals, and we have satellite. In fact, we are planning to launch 5 satellites in the next few years. And the first one is X-ray. This is X-ray, is astronomical vision. And the second one is quantum mechanics experiments. And this is very fundamental physics. I will not go to details. And there are 4 payloads on board. And third one is dark matter detector. We know the universe is composed with dark matter and real matter and dark energy. And what we can see, the real matter is only 5%, not even 5%, 4.8%. So we have to look for new tools looking at the dark matter. And this is the detector. And this detector has also been tested in Switzerland and France, this CERN, European Center for Nuclear Energy Experiments. And we are also preparing a recoverable satellite. We have 19 experiments on board using microgravity and space radiation to do a lot of tests. There are 19 of them, and half of them will be recovered on the Earth. So those are the experiments. And the last one was to study the relation between the Sun and our Earth. So those 5 missions, there are at least 4 of them will be launched in the next 2 years. So we will have a lot of new data coming up. And at the same time, we are studying new missions. The new missions covers also geospace and solar system and X-ray astronomy and also millimeter wave astronomy. And we are also looking at the new phenomena of the universe with very young stars, newborn stars, and extraterrestrial planet. We are trying to find if there's a similar Earth outside of solar system. And this is a very difficult, very tough job. You need a very accurate measurement. And this is a small mission to study the Sun, and also mission to study the water cycle. And this is very much related with our collaboration. And this mission is under intensive study, and if it is approved, we will have a lot of new data coming from the ocean, from the land, related with the water. So this is also very exciting mission. And with all these new missions, China actually is paying more attention on space science. If we go back 30 years, 20 years, all the money in space will be on communication satellite, weather satellite, not science satellite. And now China is putting more investment on science satellite. So our center is taking the job, taking the lead. And we have to accomplish our current missions and to have new missions. And during this process, international collaboration is very welcome. So we are really welcome our partners to join our new studies and new missions. That's all my